This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Let's talk about RKO out of nowhere. Man, that thing went viral a few years ago. I mean, not just in the wrestling space, but non-wrestling fans. Anytime somebody falls or there's a blooper on a sports field, there you are. Did that catch you off guard? When did you know, hey, man, this is like a mainstream thing?
Well, I've never been like the greatest social media guy. Like I'll go social media dark for like a month at a time, sometimes more. And then I'll have a little fun on Twitter late night, you know, or I'll post some stuff about my wife and kids on my Instagram. I guess I didn't know how to react when all the RKO out of nowhere stuff was happening a few years ago. It took on a life of its own. And it wasn't one of those things where, you know, for a week you saw it and then it kind of disappeared. Like it's been a thing that's still around even to this day, not as strong, but I guarantee you, like someone's out there doing it right now. Like it helped me, my brand, my finish mean more than it really does. You know, it's a cutter. I jump up and I fall to my back, but it took on a life of its own. And I think I got to credit the talent that I've worked with in the ring that I've hit with the RKO, because we got guys like Seth Rollins, Evan Bourne, Shelton Benjamin, Ricochet, Ali. There's all these guys that are able to come up with these really innovative ways for me to hit my finish. Yeah. I think that only adds to the mystique, and then it helps people look at it like more than it actually is. And it helps me beat, you know, the Demon Killer, right? I beat Bray Wyatt. I beat the Fiend with one RKO. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it means something. And for someone's finish to mean something for this long, no matter how it comes about, like I'm very lucky for whoever started the RKO out of nowhere viral videos. Thank you very much.
You're absolutely right, Randy. Yeah. But you, the RKO has worked so well for your finish. Did you ever consider any other finishing moves? Anything come to mind? Anything else that you wanted to do?
Yeah, early on, I did a like full Nelson kind of slam. But that was in like OVW. I don't even know if I won a match down there, so there's probably no tape of me doing it. I did a move called the overdrive, but it's kind of hard to explain that one. I think MVP did that for a while too, but it was just, it wasn't something I was feeling. I had just had a shoulder injury repaired, so it was kind of messing my shoulder up a little bit. And, you know, smarter, not harder, right? So I had to think of something that I could hit everybody with. And John Laurinaitis, who's always had my back, man, he sat down, and of course he used to do the Ace Crusher back in the day. So he was like, hey, take my finish, kid. You're like, really? Yeah. And you know, Diamond Dallas Page made that move famous as well. So, you know, credit to those guys for letting me steal their shit and make it even better.
I stole Shamrock shit, so I'm guilty too.
Shamrock. You know what? I've never met that man, but I would really like to meet him. Nothing but respect for him.
He's a badass, yeah.
I feel like he's been, I forget, it might have been him even, but no matter what company you look at, whether it's UFC, TNA, WWE, and probably some others out there, like whenever there was like a hot moment in that industry, like he was kind of there for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And I don't think that's coincidence. I think that, and then the same thing with you, Kurt, like when you know, even as a fan, like I know Batista, I know The Rock, I know Randy Orton and John Cena. I know they're badasses in that WWE ring. But when I'm thinking of like the kind of guy that could really do some damage, you know, yeah. And I'm thinking of the Kurt Angles and the Ken Shamrocks. I never knew Blackman, but maybe I'm just a big old mark. Conrad, you'd know, was Steve Blackman a badass shooter, or was he?
Still is. He's a bondsman.
Still-
He's a badass.
Still
to this
is.
day. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Steve, how you doing? You know, but
If you want out of jail, call Blackman for bail. As a former WWF wrestler, I guarantee we can slam the competition.
But you know, there's some bad dudes in this business, legit bad dudes, and I think, of course, Lesnar's in there too, and I think that only helps the business when you got guys like that understand the art, can go in there and use their strengths to make other talent look like, oh, Randy Orton can hang with Shamrock. Did you see that? Or Randy Orton beat Shamrock with an RKO, or what have you, right? Make it up. But that only helps me, which only helps other people down the line when they eventually one day kick out of my finish. Like we're all helping each other to make each other the best that we can be. And I feel like Shamrock, bringing it back to Shamrock, I think he was always there. He was always there when there was some kind of momentous occasion or time period in the history of all the places that he's been.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.